Cruise news time. Well, we've got a major cruise line coming out with an update to their testing and vaccine protocols. Also, I ran into a situation in the casino last week where I don't know who should have been responsible in this situation. Should the guest have been responsible? Should the cruise line have been responsible? But it brings up a great question. Can you be too drunk to gamble? This one's a tough one. Cruise news. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news updates. And look, I'm in Vegas, baby. That's right, we're here at the Excalibur Hotel, live from Las Vegas. Came over yesterday with our friends Ronald and Terry, LA Ronald, to spend a couple days with those guys. And then I've got a conference starting on Monday. So a couple days of relaxing in Vegas, a couple days of conferencing in Vegas, and then we're off to our next adventure. Let me just briefly, before I get to the cruise news, just say that drive from LA to Los Angeles that you read about in books, that's romanticized in movies, it lived up to the hype. Just beautiful desert-esque landscapes and a lot of interesting time for contemplation as you kind of took it all in. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to make that drive from LA to Las Vegas, do that. I know there's people that have probably done it a lot, but if you've never done it once, do that. It was pretty cool. All right, the big cruise news story is Royal Caribbean has announced an update to their vaccine and testing requirements. And the update is this. They were set to expire on June the 30th, 2022. Well, they've extended it through the summer. And so everybody that was looking forward to possibly an end of testing, an end of vaccine requirements, well, it's going through the summer. You know, the policy basically remains unchanged. It's really just an extension of the date. I'm sure we all remember at this point that the cruise lines are working voluntarily with the CDC. CDC continues to recommend these policies. Like what Royal's doing here, before the season really kicks off for the summer, they're coming out and saying, look, what it is now is what it's going to be through the summer so that you can plan accordingly. We don't know yet what other cruise lines will do, but it would not surprise me if they also extend their policies. I'll continue to track along with it, but significant when one major cruise line does something, often other cruise lines follow. Now, I do want to tell you about the situation in the casino on my last cruise, and I would really, it's troubling me. I didn't know if I should talk about it or not, but I feel like it's important just so it's a cautionary tale, really. Look, on this last cruise, I've expanded my gambling horizon, more ways to lose money. I actually started sitting down at the blackjack table and, holding my own at blackjack. Again, when it comes to gambling, never gamble more money than you're willing to lose. Treat that as entertainment. Don't treat it as your rent money. All of those warnings, make sure if you struggle with gambling addiction that you reach out. I will leave the gambling hotline number in the description below. But here we are. We're sitting at the blackjack table with some new friends, and all of a sudden there's a gentleman that brings over another gentleman, and he says, hey, I'm gonna sit you right here with my friends. They're gonna take care of you. And the guy was like, please take care of my friends. The guy that sat at the table, the guy that was set at the table, the guy that was led to the table was blitzed. He was like drunk out of his mind to the point that he could not keep his eyes open. He came to the table with a cocktail. He was nursing a cocktail. He was slurring his words. He could barely put the money in the little bet circle to place a bet. And every time it was his turn to act on the table, it was a nightmare, right? It was the whole game slowed down, that kind of thing. And pretty quickly, the casino staff responded by cutting the guy off from alcohol. Like, he was like wanting another drink. They took away his drink. They gave him some water, but they continued to let him gamble, which was fine. But then eventually he ran out of money, and I thought that was it. I thought he would go up. There were other people at the table saying, hey man, maybe you should take it easy, take the night off. And after he ran out of money, I thought that was it. But no, he was able to pull out his ship card and give it to the casino folks, to the dealer, and say, I would like to charge money onto my room. And since they cut him off from alcohol, I thought that maybe they would cut him off from taking out more money to lose at the casino. Well, they did not. They gave the guy more money, and I don't know how much more money they gave him. I eventually left. It was too challenging to try to gamble when you had some person at the table so inebriated that they couldn't participate in the game, and like every hand of blackjack was trying to get this guy through the process. And so I left, but then somebody else that was at the table, I talked to him a few days later, and he saw the guy in line at customer service, apparently, this is hearsay, apparently complaining about the amount of money that he had been charged and he didn't know about it while he was inebriated. So I don't know how deep the guy went. I don't know how much money but he was playing $25 a hand. So I was there for the first time that he got money. He got a stack of $25. And yeah, so look, I throw it out there for two reasons. Cautionary tale: don't drink so much that you can't be in control of yourself, right? That's the challenge with alcohol. It's fun, woo, you get the buzz, woo, but don't drink so much that you can't handle your business. Don't drink before you go gambling. That, you know, the casinos like it when you drink because you're a little looser with your money, but man, if you get obliterated, sounds like you could lose a lot more money. But you know, the second thing is, the thing is, here's the question that I'm struggling with on this beautiful Vegas morning. I'm in Vegas, the casino's right there. Who's to blame here? Is it on the guy for getting so drunk and then not handling his business? Like, should they give him as much money when he's inebriated? That's on him. Look, buddy, you got drunk, you did the crime, you do the time. Is it on that guy, or is it on the casino? If you're so drunk that they're cutting you off from alcohol, should you also be cut off from spending money? Personally, I think those two things should go hand in hand. I think if you are so inebriated that they cut you off and put you on water, that they should also cut you off from the money tip also. I would rather have an angry, drunk person to deal with, you know, in the moment than having to look at somebody and say, look, yeah, you were completely drunk, but we still continue to give you a lot of money. I don't know. I don't know what the policy is, but that night, cut off from alcohol, but not cut off from the money source. It didn't sit well with me. It didn't feel right, and I just thought I would share it with you. Watch out for each other. That's the other thing. Whenever you're out drinking, gambling, it's important, if you can, to have a buddy. Be on the buddy system. Somebody stay kind of sane so that your friends don't lose all their money. And look, if you're the dude that dropped the guy off at the table, don't do that either. Don't drop a drunk guy off for somebody else to caretake, and who knows what's going to happen. Boom, that's your cruise news. What do you think about Royal extending their policies? And what would you do in this situation with the guy that was too drunk to drink, but not too drunk to clean out his shipboard account? Leave a comment below. This is Tony from Las Vegas, Tony from Lido, Loca. Till the next time, see you on the Lido. Bye. What is this in the middle of the Mojave Desert?